One of the biggest idols of our time is Kanye West. Without really trying, he has a huge platform and significant influence. Recently, though, those messages have been spread using that influence. Longtime West supporters are aware of his propensity for speaking his views and that he seldom ever filters himself or holds anything back. His 2005 NBC comment that George Bush doesn't care about black people, his controversial interruption of Taylor Swift at the 2009 Video Music Awards, and his more troubling 2018 TMZ outburst when he indicated that slavery was a choice are all examples of this propensity. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit on the notification bell. Now back to the video. For years, Kanye West has courted controversy, according to Christopher Grimes in the FT. During Taylor Swift's acceptance speech at a 2009 Music Awards ceremony, the multi-billionaire rapper and entrepreneur interrupted her to assert that Beyoncé should have won instead. In 2018, he claimed that slavery had been a choice for African Americans. There were unpredictable outbursts, conflicts, and liaisons with the far right in between. Kanye is still the subject of controversy, and his most recent string of scandals started with the premiere of his Yeezy Season 9 show at the start of October. Shirts from his new apparel business had the slogan "White Lives Matter," which was popularized by white nationalists in response to the Black Lives Matter movement. Kanye doubled down on his statement on Instagram, writing, "Everyone knows that Black Lives Matter was a scam. Now it's over. You're welcome." Because of his ability to sell songs, sportswear, and concert tickets, West has been able to enjoy the support of the entertainment and fashion sectors during all of this. Then, last month, everything came crashing down when he tweeted that he was planning to kill Con 3 on Jewish people after wearing a shirt with the message "White Lives Matter" to a fashion show in Paris. Within a few days, Twitter had suspended him, and his talent agency, attorneys, bankers, and several creative partners, including Gap, had all cut him loose. After making several anti-Semitic remarks in a string of tweets, Kanye claimed that Jews were in control of rapper Diddy. He then said that he would carry out DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. West's Twitter account was deleted as a result of this move, and neither Instagram nor Twitter has subsequently restored his accounts. When he interviewed the conservative public commentator Tucker Carlson, he extended his rant by making remarks that were not broadcast, including his assertion that Planned Parenthood was a plot to control black people. Thereafter, Kanye began his media tour with a segment of LeBron James' talk show The Shop, which was cut short due to West's use of hate speech. Following that, Kanye turned to Drink Champs, a well-known podcast on which he also made an appearance in November 2021. Kanye spoke some audacious and divisive things in this episode. West asserted that George Floyd died from a fentanyl overdose rather than police brutality, and that he was being singled out by Jewish media. The artist has had severe consequences as a result of this series of events. Many of his contemporaries and fellow celebrities have criticized his actions and are likely to stop supporting or working with West. The severed relations with Balenciaga, the high-end fashion company with which Kanye has worked on multiple occasions, were probably the largest blow for him. Kanye reluctantly apologized for his anti-Semitic remarks on Piers Morgan Uncensored lately, but it appears that the harm has already been done. A large number of followers have taken to their personal social media channels to criticize Kanye's activities and withdraw their support for him and his merchandise. However, other followers are still behind Kanye and only want what's best for the musician. There is a chance that some of Kanye's behavior is related to the fact that he has a long history of mental illness. After a string of outbursts during performances in 2016, Kanye was taken to the hospital. In 2019, he disclosed that he has bipolar disorder, a mental illness that can result in manic episodes and violent mood swings. Although his mental health problems do not excuse his behavior, they do offer some background as to why this behavior can be perceived in public. Many people are urging Kanye to step down from his platform and seek help so that he may take some time to heal. Who knows what Kanye will do next? Although he has always been a complex character, he has consistently maintained a high level of fame and position. One of the most well-known performers of this generation, and many people only want to see him improve. Kanye will undoubtedly continue to be in the public eye, for better or worse, due to his recent losses brought on by his behavior, the tremendous strain from the continual focus and attention placed on him, and his significant mental health difficulties. Yet, according to Andrew Lawrence in The Guardian, he may have survived the uproar had Adidas not collapsed and announced that it would no longer distribute his Yeezy sneakers, a decision that eliminated $247 million from its projected quarterly profits. West isn't just off Forbes' rich list anymore, nearly all of his collaborators have left. He is a dangerous asset. Even right-wing pundit Candace Owens, who was seen wearing the same t-shirt as him in Paris, will not host him on her program. Last week, he was also escorted out of the Skechers headquarters after showing up there without permission. The Independent quoted Ryan Coogan as saying, "My only question is, what took them so long?" West had bipolar disease, which may have contributed to some of his actions, but what justification do these companies have for ignoring his hateful statements right up until the moment they couldn't afford to? According to Yair Rosenberg in The Atlantic, the fact that the West has been expelled from polite society may appear to represent a victory against anti-Semitism. It also performs better than the alternative. The painful contradiction is that it also runs the risk of supporting the myth that it was intended to dispel, namely, that Jews rule the world. Be clear that West's promotion of this conspiracy notion was not rare, it was just more difficult to dismiss. Kanye is right about the Jews. A billboard that emerged over a LA freeway last week sparked fury, but neo-Nazis have been hanging anti-Semitic banners there for years. It took a celebrity meltdown to momentarily focus attention on a prejudice that society prefers not to notice. West became a cultural giant, surpassing artists like Common in Chicago, Russell Simmons at the Def Jam record label, Diddy in Business, and the late designer Virgil Abloh, with whom he had a contentious relationship that served as the basis for a South Park spoof. And once West's ego reached a certain level, it was difficult to feed. At the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards, interrupting Taylor Swift's triumph and marrying Kardashian, the Marilyn Monroe to his Walt Disney, he once crowed. And yet, astonishingly, he nearly survived every controversy. Everything was his: wealth, influence, position, and independence. But in the end, it was insufficient. There was no way to foresee it collapsing that violently. And yet, it's still impossible to predict how much lower he might go. That's it for today. Please share and subscribe. And press the bell icon for more updates. Let us know what are your thoughts on Kanye West in the comment section. See you in the next video.